Before the application process begins, you will need to gather vinyl application essentials. These tools include alcohol, application premix, a combination of Dawn dish soap and distilled water, an X-Acto knife or utility knife, squeegee, paper towel or clean rag, masking tape, scissors, tape measure or ruler, and vinyl graphic with transfer tape. First, you will need to clean the application surface. Do this by spraying the alcohol onto the surface and wiping it clean with the paper towel or clean rag. This will remove any wax or residue that may be on the application surface. If applying to a window, double check for any haze or film. Some windows react with alcohol from special coatings or residue left from cleaners. If this occurs, clean the window with the application premix and then repeat with alcohol. Use 2 pieces of masking tape on both top corners in order to place the graphic onto the application surface. The 2 pieces of tape allows for more movability of the vinyl graphic. Next, use a tape measure to center the graphic on the application surface or place where desired. Be sure to straighten the graphic using a straight edge of the application surface after centering. It is also good to double check measurements in both directions. However, if the level graphic is not visually appealing, visual alignment within the area may be better at times than being actually level. Using the masking tape, place a layer of tape on a single side of the graphic. Make sure the tape is secured on both the application tape and the application surface and that it runs the entire length of the graphic. This can be a top hinge, bottom hinge, side hinge, or a center hinge, whichever works best for your situation. If using a center hinge, try to avoid vinyl area, placing the edge of the tape in between the empty space of the graphic. This will reduce the chance of causing a channel. If the vinyl graphic is too large to handle easily with one person, you can cut it into sections using scissors. Be sure to cut in between objects and not through any pieces of the vinyl. Smaller sections are typically easier to work with, especially in windy conditions. Next, flip up and remove the plastic or backing away from the vinyl graphic. The vinyl does not stick to the application tape and therefore is not removed from the backing. Place the backing back down and flip the vinyl back over and firmly squeegee the front of the graphic again. This allows the application tape to create a better bond with the vinyl. Spray the application premix directly onto the vinyl and application surface. Note, application premix should not be used on air release vinyl. Flip the vinyl graphic down and hold 2 to 3 inches away from the application surface. Then use a squeegee with firm pressure to systematically apply the vinyl graphic, starting at the top and working parallel to the hinge tape. Make sure not to let the vinyl touch the application surface prior to the squeegee forcing it onto it. The more pressure you apply, the more moisture is eliminated between the vinyl and the surface, creating a better bond. Begin peeling off the transfer tape at a sharp 180-degree angle, essentially peeling the tape back onto itself. If the application tape seems to be hard to remove, spray the application premix on top and lightly wipe it into the transfer tape. Let this sit for a few seconds and then try to remove it again. This lets the transfer tape to release easier from the vinyl. This softens the paper and adhesive, which assists in removing the tape. Afterwards, use a paper towel or rag to dry the application surface. If air bubbles exist, puncture then with an X-Acto knife along an edge of the bubble and re-squeegee to assure proper bond. Tiny bubbles may go away on their own during normal heating and cooling. Using the registration marks, accurately line up the second vinyl graphic with the already applied graphic. Again, use a small 2 pieces of tape to secure into place and continue to follow steps 3 to 8 to apply the second color. The only thing that will be different is the registration marks will need to be cut off during the cut into parts step and before application. Repeat this step for all the following layers. After all application is completed, clean the vinyl and application surface for a final time using alcohol and wiping clean with a paper towel or clean rag.